Belemnoids are an extinct group of marine cephalopods, very similar in many ways to the modern squid. Like them, the belemnoids possessed an ink sac, but, unlike the squid, they possessed 10 arms of roughly equal length, and no tentacles. Fossilized ink sacs were first discovered in belemnites in 1826 by Mary Anning, who succeeded in recovering the ink, used to illustrate ichthyosaur and pterosaur fossils. The genus Belemnoidea is characterized by an internal shell consisting of a conical phragmocone covered apically by a thin rostrum homologous to the bullet-shaped rostrum of true belemnites, a short forward-projecting proostracum, and 10 hook-bearing arms of equal length. Belemnoids were effectively neutrally buoyant, and swam in near-shore to mid-shelf oceans. Their fins could be used to their advantage in all water speeds. In a gentle current they could be flapped for propulsion, in a stronger current they could be held erect to generate lift, and when swimming rapidly by jet propulsion they could be tucked into the body for streamlining. Like some modern squid, belemnoid arms carried a series of small hooks for grabbing prey. Belemnoids were efficient carnivores that caught small fish and other marine animals with their arms and ate them with their beak-like jaws. The striped pajama squid is able to disguise itself by changing its appearance. The squid will change to a dark brown or purple color when it is being attacked or to camouflage itself with the surrounding environment. They have glands underneath their body that can secrete a toxic slime whenever the squid is being attacked by a predator. The slime that is produced by the squid contains many different proteins and toxins. The slime scares off the predators or allows it enough time to escape. The ink that cephalopods produce is made of secretions from 2 different glands that is colored by melanin. The ink that is expelled can mimic the shape of the squid and thereby distract the predator long enough for the squid to get away, or it can interfere with the vision of the predator. The lifespan of the golden cuttlefish is typically short and around 1 year. After maturity, males perform different visual displays to attract a potential mate to sexually reproduce. These members of the Cephalopoda class are gonochoric, meaning reproductive organs are separate between males and females. Males carry sperm and females carry eggs. Male sperm competition plays a large role in reproduction. They use their arms to scrape the packets of sperm from other males off the buccal membrane, in an effort to remove as much as possible before adding their own. Once completed, the female will lay clusters of eggs at a pace of 1 egg roughly every 5 minutes on seaweeds. When the eggs are hatched, golden cuttlefish start out in a planktonic stage for a period of time before growing larger and taking up a benthic lifestyle. Cuttlefish are sometimes referred to as the chameleons of the sea because of their ability to rapidly alter their skin color. This can occur within 1 second. Retracting the chromatophores reveals the iridophores and leucophores beneath them, thereby allowing cuttlefish to use another modality of visual signaling brought about by structural coloration. Cuttlefish sometimes use their color patterns to signal future intent to other cuttlefish. For example, during agonistic encounters, male cuttlefish adopt a pattern called the intense zebra pattern, considered to be an honest signal. If a male is intending to attack, it adopts a dark face change, otherwise, it remains pale. During the day, most cuttlefish can be found buried below the substrate and fairly inactive. At night, however, they are actively searching for prey and can ambush them from under the substrate. They are carnivorous and eat a variety of organisms including crustaceans, small demersal fish, mollusks, and sometimes other cuttlefish, which is more commonly seen when the abundance of other prey is low. The common cuttlefish is one of the largest species of cuttlefish with a mantle length reaching up to 45 centimeters and a mass of 4 kilograms on a presumed male, although this is for an exceptional specimen in temperate waters. The mantle houses the reproductive and digestive tracts of the cuttlefish and is also home to an internal shell called the cuttlebone, located on the dorsal side of the animal. It has 2 highly developed eyes, 8 arms which are located around the mouth and are used to hold and manipulate prey, 2 specialized feeding tentacles which are used to ambush prey, and a beak housing a radula used in breaking down and consuming their prey. The giant cuttlefish is a neritic demersal species. They are carnivorous, opportunistic and voracious predators who feed predominantly on crustaceans and fish. Using neurally controlled cells known as chromatophore organs, iridophores and leucophores, the cuttlefish can put on spectacular displays, changing color and patterns in a fraction of a second. Unlike those in most animals, cuttlefish iridophores are physiologically active, they can change their reflectivity, and the degree of polarization can also be controlled. Cuttlefish are colorblind, however, the photoreceptors of cuttlefish eyes are arranged in a way which gives them the ability to see the linear polarization of light. A bioenergetic study found that the giant cuttlefish is primarily diurnal and has a small home range over short recording periods while traveling large distances to breed. They are able to channel most of their energy directly into growth because they spend 95% of the day resting, suggesting bioenergetics more like that of an octopus than a squid. In addition to color mimicry, cuttlefish and other cephalopods have shown instances of imitating other species, whether for scaring off predators or luring in prey. The pharaoh cuttlefish in particular has been witnessed exhibiting an arm-flapping behavior where their first pair of arms are raised and wrinkled at the distal end, with the second and third arm pairs bent and flapped at the distal ends as well. While mostly observed during hunting and believed to be a sort of lure by mimicry of hermit crabs to get closer to prey, as hermit crabs are bottom feeders, the cause of the unique flapping display will need to be further verified. Octopus and squid beaks can be very informative fossils. That's because marine biologists have spent a great deal of time studying the chitinous beaks of modern cephalopods. Named Haberoteuthis by the researchers, the creature was a Cretaceous member of the lineage that contains modern squid. And from its jaw size, it was quite an impressive invertebrate. We may never know for sure exactly how large Haberoteuthis was, but, if its jaw is anything to go by, it was as big as some of today's undersea giants. Like many other cephalopods, opalescent inshore squid has remarkable camouflage abilities, allowing it to blend in with its surroundings by changing both its color and texture. These squid are known for their agility and speed in the water. They can swiftly propel themselves using jet propulsion by expelling water from their mantle cavity, enabling quick escapes from predators and efficient hunting. They have a relatively short lifespan, typically around 1 year. When threatened, it can release a cloud of ink into the water as a defensive tactic. This ink cloud serves to confuse predators, allowing the squid to make a quick escape while the predator is momentarily distracted. Monitoring populations can provide valuable information about the health of coastal marine ecosystems. Changes in their abundance or distribution may indicate broader environmental changes, making them important indicator species for scientists studying marine ecosystems. Many pelagic and demersal fish species, as well as marine mammals and diving birds, prey upon juvenile and adult longfin inshore squid. These squid do have ways of evading predators too. They have a very complex way of swimming called jet propulsion. The fin stroke plus the propulsion creates a very unique way of swimming in the ocean. This can help squid get away from predators more efficiently. This species of squid is often seen with a reddish hue, but like many types of squid can manipulate its color, varying from a deep red to a soft pink. This species exhibits sexual dimorphism, with most males growing faster and reaching larger sizes than females. Veined squid lives at depths of 10 to 500 meters. It attains sexual maturity at about 1 year old and lives 1 to 2 years, with a maximum lifespan of about 3 years. It generally breeds only once. The male delivers sperm into the mantle of the female using structures on a specialized tentacle. The female will spawn up to 100,000 eggs, which adhere to the sea floor. The colossal squid shares feature common to all squids: a mantle for locomotion, one pair of gills, a beak or tooth, and certain external characteristics like 8 arms and 2 tentacles, a head, and 2 fins. Unlike most squid species, the colossal squid exhibits abyssal gigantism, as it is the heaviest living invertebrate species, reaching weights up to 500 kilograms. It is thought to have a very slow metabolic rate, needing only around 30 grams of prey daily for an adult. Estimates of its energy requirements suggest it is a slow-moving ambush predator, using its large eyes primarily for prey detection rather than engaging in active hunting. Many sperm whales have scars on their backs, believed to be caused by the hooks of colossal squid. Colossal squid are a major prey item for sperm whales in the Antarctic. 14% of the squid beaks found in the stomachs of these sperm whales are those of the colossal squid, which indicates that colossal squid make up 77% of the biomass consumed by these whales. Northern shortfin squid is a moderately sized squid with females ranging from 20 to 30 centimeters in mantle length. It has short tentacles with a long and narrow head which is connected to the long mantle. The fins are shorter in length parallel to the mantle, yet the length of the fins perpendicular to the mantle are about twice the length. The squid is reddish-brown to purple in color, and there is higher opacity in the head and mantle, while the rest of the body are yellowish-green tinted. It has developed behavior such as ink jetting, schooling and camouflaging as protection to prevent predation by larger fish species such as bluefin tuna, red and silver hake. Mammals such as pilot whales and dolphins also prey on the species. The species mainly feeds on fish and crustaceans, but it undergoes a shift from a crustacean-dominated diet to a mainly fish diet. It feeds at night near the upper layers of water. Like other species of squid, cannibalism also occurs in smaller squids by larger squids. Flying squids earned their name due to their ability to glide above the water's surface using their fins. While they don't truly fly like birds, they can extend their fins and propel themselves out of the water to glide for short distances, often to escape predators, an example of convergent evolution with the flying fish. They have streamlined bodies that allow them to move swiftly through the water. This hydrodynamic shape reduces drag and enables efficient swimming. Similar to other squid species, flying squids use jet propulsion to move through the water. By expelling water from their mantle cavity through a siphon, they can propel themselves forward at considerable speeds. Like other members of the family Cranchidae, cranch squid possess a remarkable flotation system that enables them to remain in the water column at neutral buoyancy. The system uses enormous bilobed coalomic chambers filled with ammonium chloride derived as waste products from their nitrogen metabolism. The ammonium chloride has a lower density than water, which enables the squid to float. In experiments, puncturing the chambers and draining the ammonium chloride resulted in the squid sinking rapidly. The chamber is also lined with muscles that contract and expand regularly in peristaltic waves. The movement draws water into the mantle cavity and pushes it out again through the funnel, aerating the gills in the process. As a result of this adaptation, they are sluggish swimmers. Unlike other squids, they do not need to contract their mantle muscles to breathe, but their modified flotation and respiratory systems restrict their ability to jet away from threats. They generally float passively in the cockatoo posture typical of glass squids. They resemble a horizontal cockatoo, hence the name. In this posture, they rotate around their spindle-shaped digestive glands, the only internal organs of the squid clearly visible through their mostly transparent bodies. Regardless of the direction their heads or mantles are facing, the digestive glands are always kept oriented vertically. The species classified under Histioteuthidae are mostly weakly muscled, moderately sized squid with a maximum mantle length of 33 cm. They generally have very long, robust arms and a short mantle with small, rounded fins. Their main distinguishing feature is that the eyes are different sizes and orient in different vertical directions. The larger left eye is semitubular, mobile, generally is directed back and up as indicated by the pattern of iridophores on the eye's outer surface. This means that when the squid is positioned obliquely, the eye is pointed upwards towards the surface. It is thought that this is used to detect animals above the squid silhouetted against the sun during the day. The right eye has a normal shape and is oriented laterally and slightly downward. Little is known of the behavior and ecology of the reverse jewel squid, but it seems to breed over the continental slope as juveniles in the size range 2 to 4 cm have been found there. Adults are eaten by various cetaceans including sperm whales, pygmy sperm whales and Risso's dolphin, a fact confirmed by examining the stomach contents of stranded animals among which the indigestible beaks of the squids are found. It is found in the upper waters of the open sea, often at depths of between 600 and 800 meters, and frequently in the vicinity of seamounts and other undersea features, perhaps because primary production is greater in these areas. Yezoteuthis is known from a single upper jaw that shares close similarities with those of Oegopsids, hence its assignment to that order. These jaws are very large, and a comparison to modern squid indicates that it would have rivaled the extant giant squid in size, reaching more than 5 meters in length. Yezoteuthis was likely a major predator of its ecosystem and existed at a high trophic level. It also coexisted with the slightly smaller but still very large Oegopsid Habroteuthis, although it is possible that Habroteuthis may be conspecific with Yezoteuthis. Giant squid is one of the largest known invertebrates, with some individuals reaching lengths of up to 13 meters or more. Its enormous size makes it an impressive and awe-inspiring creature. They inhabit the deep ocean, typically found at depths ranging from 300 meters to 1,000 meters. Despite its size, it is notoriously elusive and rarely observed alive in its natural habitat. Most of what is known about this species comes from specimens that have washed ashore or been caught accidentally by fishermen. They have the largest eyes of any known animal, measuring up to 25 centimeters in diameter. These enormous eyes are adapted to low-light conditions in the deep sea and likely help the squid detect bioluminescent prey and navigate its dark environment. As carnivorous predators, giant squids feed on a variety of deep-sea organisms, including fish and other squid species. They are equipped with several defensive adaptations, including the ability to release ink into the water as a distraction and to confuse predators. They may also use their powerful tentacles to fend off attackers. The giant squid has captured the human imagination for centuries and has appeared in numerous myths, legends, and works of literature. It has been depicted as a fearsome sea monster in folklore and has inspired classic works of fiction such as Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Members of Mastigoteuthids family have scarcely been observed in life, but at least 2 species are known to hover above the ocean bottom in a vertical orientation, the head pointing downward. The squid use their large fins to maintain this orientation and use both their extended tentacles like fly paper, held rigidly at a constant distance apart. This has been termed the tuning fork position. Prey items apparently consist primarily of benthic crustaceans. Although Mastigoteuthids possess ink sacs, all observations have been over the bottom in deep water. Deep-sea squids commonly possess ink. The squid seem to lack the ability of rapid jet propulsion and instead rely on their large fins. The thorny whiplash squid is a large species of squid belonging to the family Teuthida. It is characterized by the tiny, pointed tubercles present on its skin and a Y-shaped groove in the funnel locking apparatus. The largest recorded specimen measured 80 centimeters in mantle length, although its original total length is unknown as it was missing the very delicate feeding tentacles. The arms and tentacles of the big fin squid are both extremely long, estimated at 4 to 8 meters. These appendages are held perpendicular to the body, creating elbows. Little is known about the feeding behavior of these squids. Scientists have speculated that it feeds by dragging their arms and tentacles along the seafloor and grabbing edible organisms from the floor. Alternatively, they may simply use a trapping technique, waiting passively for prey such as zooplankton to bump into their arms. It is thought to be the deepest occurring squid genus, with sightings as deep as over 6,000 meters below the surface, making it the only squid known to inhabit the hadal zone. The specimens in the videos looked very distinct from all previously known squids. Uniquely among cephalopods, the arms and tentacles were of the same length and looked identical. The appendages were also held perpendicular to the body, creating the appearance of strange elbows. Most remarkable was the length of the elastic tentacles, which has been estimated at up to 15 to 20 times the mantle length. This trait is caused by filament coiling of the tentacles, a trait that is rare among similar species. The firefly squid is a predator and actively hunts its food, which includes copepods, small fish, and other squids. The lifespan of a firefly squid is about 1 year. At the end of their lives, females return close to shore to release their eggs and then die shortly thereafter. This mass migration of firefly squid to the shore is a lucrative business for Japanese fishermen, and during spawning season many go out to the bays to collect the dying squid. Many more also visit Japan during spawning season to see the bright blue light created from the firefly squid's bioluminescence light up the bay, making their spawning season not only a fishing opportunity but also a tourist attraction.